obviously I lost a lot of money in the beginning. So on the other challenge, there was a point where I was like down. Literally, my drawdown was like 9.995%.
Ooh, that's close. Okay. Hi, Ishmael. How are you?
Yeah, I'm great. Thanks. How you doing today?
Yeah, very well, thank you. Thanks for taking the time to do the interview. Much appreciated.
No worries.
If you could introduce yourself, tell us a bit about where you're living, what you do for a living, if you're a full-time trader, etc.
Yeah, so I'm a trader from London. I do it part time because I
Mm-hmm.
work as well I do
Mm-hmm.
logistics for a Premier League football club.
Oh
So
yeah.
in my spare time, I just like to trade. Um, yeah,
Mm-hmm.
that's pretty much it.
Okay. Which Premiership team?
I can't disclose that.
You can't disclose that.
Can't disclose that.
Okay.
Can't disclose
All
that.
right. Okay. Fair enough. Um, okay. Let's continue. So you've been trading for how long?
I started in like 2020.
Oh,
So
okay.
when I first started, yeah, obviously I lost a lot of money when I first initially started. I thought it was going to be easy, but where was I
Mm.
wrong?
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
yeah,
You
pretty
put your
much.
own money on the line.
Yeah, literally like
Yeah.
a majority of my savings, and I like literally blew it all. And
Yeah.
then
It's a lesson, isn't it?
yeah, but before that actually, so I first actually got introduced into trading through a signals group.
Mm.
So I used to be getting signals from a guy, and then his signals weren't really that good. Like he kept losing, some he would win. So I
Mm.
just thought to myself, I'd rather just like learn how to just do this myself, so I don't have to rely on
Yeah.
anyone.
Yeah.
And then
Exactly.
from there
Yeah.
is where I just like lost a lot of money, and then that's when the real like journey started from there.
Yeah. I think it's something that we just have to go through as traders. Everybody has to lose some money or blow a few accounts. It's just
Yeah.
way. It's just the journey, unfortunately. So, what were you trading back then? Any particular assets?
Um, I used to trade everything from like the euro to
Mm.
pound, what GJ.
Yeah.
Literally all the pairs I'll
Just
trade, like
what?
all the majors
Yeah.
and indices as well.
Yeah. I imagine you've refined your choice of trading vehicle now a little
Yeah,
bit. Yeah.
most
Yeah.
definitely.
So, what are you trading now mainly?
Mainly, literally just the euro and the pound.
Yeah.
So,
Okay. Yeah.
literally, I've just in trading, like on my journey, I've realized that less is more in terms of trading. Like the less pairs you look at, the more like
Yeah.
focus you can have on it, and
Yeah.
yeah, you can
Yeah.
just like move in sync with the pairs.
Yeah, exactly. You need to concentrate on a one or two pairs for sure. So you just chosen basically $2 majors, dollar and cable and euro. Good choices. So I
Yeah.
assume as you're from London, you trade the London session.
Yeah, pretty much. Whenever my setup appears, like I always try to be up for London session because that's when typically the high or the low of the day is made.
Mm.
But sometimes, depending if there's like a news event on that day, New York could be where the high or low could be for the day.
Yeah,
But yeah,
yeah,
typically I'm
yeah,
trading from London open till like London close, so around 3 p.m.
yeah.
from 7 a.m.
Okay,
to like 3 p.m. Yeah.
yeah, okay. So you day trader or some kind of swing trader?
Um, I'd say pretty much a day trader, but
Yeah.
depending on the setup, I could like hold positions if I know like we're in like a weekly point of interest. I know like
Mm.
yeah, I can hold this trade for a bit longer. But
Yeah,
like most of the time, I'm definitely a day trader.
day trader, in and out in the day. So, what
Yeah,
lower time frame sort of execution, 5 minute, that kind of thing.
yeah. 5 minute is my preferred entry method for
Yeah.
sure. Yeah,
Okay. Yeah, but then you alongside some kind of higher time frame, maybe daily or hourly as well.
yeah. Usually, I would say I use the H12 a lot for
Mm-hmm.
like my high time frame. So for me, I like to do top down analysis. So I start from
Mm-hmm.
like the weekly and
Mm-hmm.
I go down to like the H12. So weekly, then daily, and H12 and H4,
Mm-hmm.
and then I just use the M5 to like enter.
Execute. Okay. Are
Yeah,
you able to share a screen? Maybe show us a typical trade setup.
yeah, sure.
Give us an idea of how you trade, or give some other traders some ideas of how to trade these pairs.
Yeah. So can you see that all right?
Yeah, we can see the dollar index 4
Yeah.
hour chart. Yeah.
So I usually analyze the dollar because obviously dollar is king in this game.
Yeah.
Literally,
Mm-hmm.
literally, you know, everything the dollar does, the pound and the euro is gonna do the opposite. So I always
Mm-hmm.
start
Mm-hmm.
off analyzing the dollar.
Yeah.
So like I said, I start off from the weekly. Um, so as you can see, um, obviously I've learned smart money concepts. I don't know if people be familiar with that. Probably they will be.
I
So
think most people are familiar with ICT and smart money these
yeah,
days. It's one of the main strategies that people
buzzwords
think.
and
Yeah, it is
yeah,
for
yeah, yeah,
sure.
definitely. Yeah.
Certainly something that I use quite a lot.
Okay. So as you can see on the weekly, we're reacting to this weekly fair value gap.
Right.
And then there's also a weekly low that's looking to be, I'm
Yeah.
anticipating it for it to be raided. So
Mm-hmm.
I'm expecting like a reversal from here.
Mm-hmm.
And as you can see, like if I go to the H1, we've shown like a lot of bullish momentum here.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm anticipating during the New York session, we'll retrace. And then
Yeah.
that's when I'll be looking to like sell the euro. So if I go to the euro, I want to try and enter somewhere around here,
Mm-hmm.
but Gus is it's gone down a lot. I'm not sure if it will retrace that high, but that's where I've
Mm.
got like my area of interest set.
Okay. So you got it. Do you reference order blocks, fair value gaps, that kind of thing?
Yeah, pretty much. But
Mm-hmm.
I would say it's mainly my strategy is mainly premium and discount on the H12. So
Yeah.
I literally like to buy low and sell high.
Yeah.
So on the H12 here, like we're literally in the premium of the range.
Mm-hmm.
And as you can see, we're getting some selling pressure as
Mm-hmm.
expected.
Mm-hmm. I see.
Um,
Yeah. Yeah.
and then the
Okay.
same with the pound as well on the H12. So last week I was in longs from down here on the pound,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
but I didn't manage to hold it all the way up here. But close for, I always only just aim for 3 to 1 risk to reward.
3 to 1. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. And as you can see, like we're reacting off of this premium level, that red line,
Mm.
that's the
Mm-hmm.
premium.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah,
Okay.
so just waiting for retracements to short.
Okay. All right. So you're
Yeah,
basically just bouncing back and forwards between premium and discount, yeah?
literally. And then
Yeah.
in in addition to that, I'm always looking to enter after liquidity has been taken as well.
Yeah.
So
Sure.
as you can see here, this H1 fractal high, that was a
Mm-hmm.
point, that was a liquidity area, and we've
Mm-hmm.
basically gone above it and reversed.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll say my strategy is pretty much premium and discount, and then waiting for liquidity to be taken at premium and discount, and then
Yeah.
basically catching the reversal on the
Back
M5.
into the back into the opposing array, yeah. Okay. So you don't use order blocks too much or anything like that? No?
Um, I use order blocks in terms of entry, depending, but
Mm-hmm.
my actual entry criteria is very discretionary. So it just depends on what I'm seeing. Like it's
Mm-hmm.
not really mechanical.
Okay. You
Yeah.
find pound or euro better to trade with these concepts?
To me, I feel they're both the same because I
Oh,
used
really? Mm-hmm.
euro pound as well. So I use euro pound to like judge which one is better out of the two to trade.
Yeah. Okay.
So
Some, kind-
if
some kind,
Europe,
some yeah, some kind of SMT kind of thing. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
yeah. So that's why I feel like it's the same. So if like for example today I'm anticipating the euro to be stronger against the pound. I'm waiting for
Mm-hmm.
this low to be taken out, and then I'm
Mm.
anticipating some bullish reaction.
Yeah. I
So
see.
coming to New York, I'm likely um I'd rather short the pound basically because I feel like it's
Mm.
gonna be
Because
weak against
you're
the euro.
expecting euro pound to rally. Yeah. Yeah. I
Yeah,
see. All right.
yeah, pretty much.
Are these indicators custom, or is these something that you can find on
Um,
TradingView?
yeah, you can find them on TradingView. They're free.
Mm. Yeah.
I'll share
Okay.
them here.
Yeah. I use some nephew Sam's, and yeah, I
Yeah,
see. Yeah, I see. Okay. Cool. Yeah.
yeah,
Right. So Euro Pound Trader, SMC, 3 to 1 risk. Are you essentially
yeah,
just bouncing back between premium and discount? Sure. Okay. Makes
yeah,
sense.
literally.
Yeah. Okay.
Because anytime my price is rallying, like a lot of people get, you know, like for example, Bitcoin now, I'm sure you've seen a lot of people are excited because it's like rallying right now to
Yeah,
like
yeah.
over 35k.
Rallying
But
before it
me,
dumps. Yeah.
literally, yeah. So me, I'm looking at it for it to go down right now because
Yeah, exactly.
it's
I think you
high.
just
So
pushed. I think you just pushed into a significant resistance, didn't it? Some kind of
yeah,
resistance, FEG maybe or something. A bit like
yeah,
gold,
on the
really.
monthly. Yeah,
Yeah.
gold is
So,
so manipulated. I used to trade gold, but
ah,
that stuff is so manipulated and it has a mind of its own. Sometimes it moves with the dollar, sometimes it's
yeah. No,
inversely
no, no.
correlated. So I rather
Gold
just,
is gold is crazy. Gold is worse
yeah,
than cable, and that says
yeah,
something. Yeah. So.
definitely.
Uh, okay, cool. Oh well, thanks for sharing the strategy. That's interesting.
Okay.
How do you find trading euro and pound with FundedNext? Do you find the spreads good and the slippage?
Yeah, yeah. One thing I do like about FundedNext is that you rarely, but I've never been slipped ever. Like
Hmm.
my TP and my stop loss is always literally to the pick of where I stay at.
Yeah,
There's been other
yeah,
prop firms I've used where like I don't really, I get slipped and even they steal pips from me sometimes. Like they'll close my trade a few pips before where my TP was at.
yeah,
And then, yeah, slippage as well. So yeah, that's one thing I do like about FundedNext.
yeah. No, it's a good environment. You on MT5?
No, I use MT4. I'm not
MT4.
old school guy.
Okay.
Yeah, I feel like
Oh,
MT5
cool.
it just it seems more. I don't know. It's just technical. Like I don't know.
Yeah, it's a little bit different interface, but I think you would find the performance slightly better. It's a little bit quicker, I think. But yeah,
So
if
I'm
you're
gonna
happy with
assume you're
MT,
an MT5 guy then.
I do use MT5. Yes, I'm
Okay.
an indices trader, so but it makes so much sense. But yeah, I think you just find the clients a little bit quicker, a little bit more responsive. That's all.
Oh, okay.
It's 64-bit, so it's a little bit. MT4 is about 20 years old now, so it's sort of showing
Yeah.
its age a bit.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's no reason to switch if you're happy with it. Um, okay,
Wait, do you want me to still
thanks.
share my screen or is it calm?
You can switch that off now.
Okay, cool.
So just to summarise, cable, Euro trader,
Yeah.
SMC, day trader, looking
Yeah.
for typically 3-to-1 risk reward, that kind of thing.
Yeah. Because
Yeah,
like when I first started my trading journey, so let me even like take you back to like my journey until how I got here now.
sure.
So obviously, I started around 2020, you know, from the signals. And I thought, let me just learn by myself. And then obviously I lost a lot of money in the beginning. And then I'm like, cool. So I started like diving into YouTube, you know, watching different YouTube videos. Um, I started like using the RSI, you know,
Yeah,
just,
we've all
you know,
done
those,
that.
yeah, RSI, the Ichimoku clouds,
All
like
those
moving
oh yeah,
averages.
so many indicators, so many
Yeah,
useless indicators out there. Yeah,
literally so many. And then like I kept losing stuff. I was thinking like, how am I gonna like make this work? Because I see people on socials like making money from this. So I know it's possible, but for some reason I'm just not finding any success.
hmm.
So then I came across this group on Twitter called Offshore Keys.
Oh
So
yeah,
they yeah,
I've heard of them. Yeah,
okay, yeah. So they use a bit of ICT concepts with a bit of
yeah,
like their own, you know,
yeah.
style as well. So from there, that's when things started to click for me.
Hmm.
And then as time went on, I started becoming more successful, more successful. So then, even though I was finding some success technically, um, I'll still say in terms of mastering myself, it wasn't very good.
Hmm.
Because me personally, I would say trading is like 30% technicals and then
Hmm.
70% like
Yeah,
mastering your psychology.
yeah. And if you've scarred yourself in the past, it can take some
Yeah,
time to recover from that. Yeah, I agree. Yeah,
yeah. So one of my main issues was because I felt like I was technically gifted, like I knew what price was most likely to do. I was always like anticipating moves. So what I'll do is just like over leverage. So I just like put in a lots
yeah,
of positions and I just kept getting stuck in a vicious cycle where like doing that sometimes will make me money and then doing it sometimes make you lose money. So I just wasn't progressing. It was just like
mm.
going
Yeah.
high, going low, just
Break even
yeah,
trader sort of thing. Yeah.
yeah. And then yeah, pretty much like the start of this year is when like everything just started to like click properly. Because it's only you can only keep doing the same mistake over and over and over again until you realize, okay, like what's going on. Like eventually you're gonna have to just, fix
Yeah,
yourself and
yeah.
yeah,
Otherwise, you just go mad. Yeah,
literally. Yeah. So yeah, that's when things started to click and now I'm finding some success.
good stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you're able to obviously take advantage of these prop firm like FundedNext to leverage up. That's the
Yeah.
main advantage of them. So, are you on Stellar, or what sort of account are you on?
Yeah, the Stellar one. That's the 2-step one, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, that's the one I'm
yeah,
on.
yeah. No
And
time
I'm also
limits.
funded with another company as well. So I'm just trying to like build my capital. And
Sure.
yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Okay. Everything going smoothly so far?
Yeah, so obviously I'm funded with you guys and I'm also doing another challenge with you guys as well.
Hmm.
So on the other challenge, there was a point where I was like down, literally my drawdown was like 9.995%.
Ooh, that's close.
Very close. And I managed to bring it back to break even somehow.
Oh
Like,
wow. Well, that's impressive. I mean, that's
yeah,
a good challenge.
yeah,
Take the account down to the drawdown and then bring it right back. That's if
yeah,
you can do that, then yeah, uh,
yeah.
that's
I even
tough.
think I even think that's even the reason why you guys contacted me because I think maybe you guys saw it on the back end, like, wow, how did you do that? I think maybe that's the reason.
No,
So,
it's pretty impressive. I must admit. I think most people would
yeah,
have just written off the account and
yeah,
or reset it or whatever. But
yeah.
yeah, that's good going. All right. Well, I mean, that's probably something we should probably talk about. How on earth did you do that? What's because I guess I imagine there's a lot of traders who get themselves into that predicament. What
Mhm.
did you do to dig yourself out of that hole?
So I'll firstly start off by what I did to dig myself in that hole.
Mm,
So what I did do was, like I said before, over leveraging,
yeah.
you know, taking multiple positions per trade idea. So I wasn't really strict in terms of, having set rules for, I guess,
Hmm.
like my risk allocation per day.
Yeah.
So now I only like set myself like the maximum 3 trades in a day, and then if I lose those 3, I'm done for the day. Come back next day.
Hmm.
So yeah, I mainly say over leveraging and trading a lot of different pairs as
Yeah.
well. That's another thing that made me go into that drawdown.
Mm,
So I'll definitely advise traders like if you want to find success, definitely going down the amount of pairs you watch. So maximum 2, I would say
mm,
personally, because then you
mm,
can be like proper focused.
yeah.
So then the way I got out of the drawdown was literally sticking to my rules. So having one entry per trade idea, and that helped. And I'll also minimize my risk. So I like cut down my risk. So initially,
Hmm.
usually I risk between 0.5% to if I'm in drawdown, then I cut it to 0.25. But the
Yeah.
maximum I'm ever only risking is 1% of the trade.
Yeah. Hmm.
So yeah, when I'm in drawdown, I always cut my risk. And also in drawdown, you want to wait for your high probability setups. So yeah, your A plus setups where yeah, like this is most
Yeah.
likely going to be a winner.
Hmm.
And yeah, literally just be patient as well. Just trust the process and
Mm,
just trust your edge and just like execute without no fear. And then yeah.
mm. Good. So it sounds like the danger of losing the account instilled a lot more discipline in your trading, and that's obviously paid off
Yeah.
greatly. So yeah, that's good. It's, it's a clear advantage of trading with prop because
Hmm.
you have these rules and regulations which are in place, which obviously wouldn't be in place if you were trading your own money. You can clearly lose the entire balance of your own account, but obviously with
Yeah.
prop, they're gonna close you down after 10%. So
Yeah.
this is one of the real advantages of trading prop. It instills discipline straight off the bat. So obviously
Definitely.
worked for you really well. All right.
Yeah.
Oh well, good luck with that. Now you've managed to drag that out of drawdown. I'm sure you'll go on to hit profit.
Yeah. But yeah, I
All right.
definitely agree that prop firms build better traders because
Yeah.
you guys, I feel like you guys are generous with like the daily drawdown. I think it's usually around 5%.
Yeah, it's
Like
pretty good.
I never get close to that at all. Like for
No,
me,
you shouldn't
the
be. You
maximum
shouldn't
is
be
like
getting anywhere.
1.5.
Yeah,
Yeah,
there's really no need for a 5% drawdown. To be
yeah,
honest with you, that's probably a little bit too big. It sort of
yeah,
offers too much of a leeway to
yeah.
get you into the hole. But yeah, okay. Any other advice to traders who are struggling out there?
Definitely, I'd say study ICT because his concepts work, and that's how I was able to find,
Yeah,
profitability as well.
yeah. You watched his
Um,
mentorship on YouTube.
yeah, I'd say the 2022 mentorship is the one that
Mm,
made
mm,
things more clear
yeah.
for me as well.
Yeah, it's the simplest. It's the most
Yeah,
direct and refined of the models.
yeah,
But yeah, the core content's pretty good. If you've got
yeah.
time, I'd suggest watching some of the core content, some of the 2016 stuff. But yeah,
Yeah,
no, it's a
I'd
good
say
stuff.
as well. I'll say as well with ICT because obviously you watch him as well. He has so many different, and it's like so much information he gives you.
Mm,
So some people can get lost in having all of that information. So I'll just say
mm,
pick a few of his concepts that resonate
yeah,
with you and just like
yeah,
master that
yeah.
as
I agree.
well.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, yeah. If anything, order blocks, FEGs,
yeah,
and then dealing ranges. To be honest, that's probably all you need to take from his
yeah.
concepts.
Hmm.
Yeah. Okay.
And
Well,
another
thanks.
thing,
Sure, go on.
one more thing
Yeah.
I would say definitely read Trading in the Zone for psychology because
Yeah,
that
yeah,
helped me with my psychology as well.
yeah.
It
That
helps you
does.
think in a more probabilistic mindset as well.
Yeah, yeah. It's a good
Yeah,
book. Yeah. If there's one book to read, that's the one. Yeah, for sure.
yeah.
All right, sir. I'll let you go. Thanks for your
All right
time.
then.
Thanks for
Yeah,
sharing your strategy, and good
no
luck
problem.
with the funded account. And
Thank you.
speak to you soon.
Take care, Simon.
Cheers. See ya. Bye.
Bye.